This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? Hashtag sexy. He's here.
Welcome to the Barbados Today Evening Update. It's Monday, February 23rd, 2015. I'm Frenella Wedderburn. Good evening. Our top story. Government Minister Donville Inniss is standing his grounds on his recent criticism of the region's highest court. In fact, the outspoken minister has gone a step further, telling regional leaders to stop pussyfooting on fully signing on to the Caribbean Court of Justice. His comments follow public condemnation from opposition MP Kerry Simmons and the Barbados Bar Association over his persistence that Barbadian judges should be on the bench of the Trinidad-based court.
Only 3 CARICOM countries have it as the final court of appeal. Something is fundamentally wrong about that. And if that persists, as it has persisted for so long, I will continue to say that if Barbados is one of the few countries that have the CCJ as a final court of appeal, and the other 10 countries don't want to sign on, I want Barbadian judges on the Caribbean Court of Justice. There will be no retreat, there will be no surrender for me on that particular position, because it smacks of the epitome of hypocrisy within the CARICOM region. That countries that have not agreed to have the Caribbean Court of Justice as their final court of appeal can control that court. If that is the case, we might as well stay with the Privy Council.
Addressing supporters at a joint meeting of the Democratic Labour Party's St. Michael's Central and St. Michael's South Central branches last night, Inniss again called on his Caribbean neighbours to step up.
So all of those who want to talk about I being nationalists and not regionalists, etc., they can say what they want to say about me. My position is that the other CARICOM leaders need to stop pussyfooting, need to stop finding excuses, and fully come on board with the Caribbean Court of Justice. We make a mockery of it. I cannot believe that 14 years after that court was agreed to here in Barbados, that you can only have 3, and no one come along ably to join it. Something is fundamentally wrong with that.
Residents in a St. Michael community are speaking out following a shooting incident last night that left 3 people nursing gunshot wounds. This as police hunt for the perpetrators who opened a fire in 7th Avenue, New Orleans about 9:30 p.m. 2 men and a woman were injured. Their injuries were not life-threatening, but one of the men had to undergo surgery. He is currently in stable condition at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. Police are not releasing the names of the injured as they are yet to determine the motive behind the shooting, which also resulted in 4 houses and 2 cars being damaged. One resident spoke to Barbados Today about what took place.
I snatched out my PS5 coffee to get hit, and I start robbing the tin, then I get up on the floor. Then after he shot, then I get up, and when I look, then I see the holes in the bedroom, but he shot on the ground, and that's it.
So wait, is that your face?
Piece of board?
Piece of board?
Yeah, he shot like he hit the board and just shit.
And the board shackle out from your face. Wow.
How you feel about this happening in this neighborhood?
How I feel? Nobody can't figure about this here. They had me offset the whole night. Can't figure about this.
Meantime, Barbados Defence Force officers are being reminded that their service to the country is not a 9-to-5 job. The reminder from the Army's Chief of Staff, Colonel Alvin Quinton, who made it clear that military service is one of personal sacrifice and not based on a 40-hour work week. He made the comments during yesterday's annual Barbados Regiment Colour to Church service.
You, the members of the regiment, and indeed all other members of the BDF, are expected to respond whenever, wherever, and however duty calls. Unlike public officers, the members of the force simply do not have the choice allowed under Section 104 of the Safety and Health at Work Act 2005, of refusing to carry out assigned tasks, no matter how potentially dangerous the mission may be to your health, safety, and well-being. As such, when duty comes knocking on your doors, you, the loyal sons and daughters of the regiment and of this fair land, must at all times be ready to respond.
In other news, Barbados signs on the dotted line of a $417,000 grant from the International Development Bank's Multilateral Investment Fund. The funds are part of a project to boost the participation of local businesses in the island's bread and butter industry, tourism. At least 150 local businesses supplying a range of products and 30 hotels and restaurants are expected to participate in the project. Finance Minister Chris Sinclair and Executive Vice President of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, Sue Springer, signed the agreement during a pre-annual general meeting of the IDB's Caribbean governors in the Bahamas. In sports, Barbados Pride suffered a major setback in their quest to retain the regional four-day title when they were beaten by Guyana Jaguars by 4 wickets in the WICB Professional Cricket League match at Kensington Oval today. Chasing a victory target of 333 after the Pride had declared their second innings yesterday, the Jaguars reached 335 for 6 and owed their come-from-behind victory to knocks from Nasing Dionarain, who made 90, 64 from Shivnarain Chandapal, Rajendra Chandrika, who made 60, and Barbadian Raymond Riffer with an unbeaten 41. Guyana now have a runaway lead in the tournament, having started the match with a 15-point advantage over Barbados.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
It's time for AgriFest again. Come and enjoy the National Agricultural Exhibition on February 27th to March 1st at the historic Queen's Park. Over 300 exhibits on show, highlighting the theme, inclusive agriculture, strengthening linkages, creating synergies. AgriFest 2015, the biggest agricultural exhibition in the Caribbean. Don't miss it.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
To news from the region in the Bahamas, the final report on last November's deadly crash is in. And according to investigations, a poor decision by crew members during stormy weather may have caused the accident, which claimed the life of a prominent Christian minister and 8 others. And finally, on the international scene, the state of Georgia gets ready to execute its first female prisoner in 70 years. 47-year-old Kelly Renee Greensdana, the only woman on death row, is scheduled to be executed on Wednesday in connection with a 1997 murder plot targeting her husband in suburban Atlanta. Lena Baker, an African-American convicted of murder in Randolph County, was the last woman executed by the state. That's our evening update, but you can join us again tomorrow morning. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune in to Channel 101 on Lime TV, as well as Mix 96.9 FM to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Frenella Wedderburn. To have a good evening.
This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? #sexy.